Hey everyone, I'm with a new video and a new series, Photoshop for AI generated content, and now this year, if you're a Photoshop skilled person, you're so special because for coming years, for coming a few months at least, like 14 to 16 months maybe, we see that AI will generate images like this. So this was actually a product from our client, and he wanted us to embed it in a AI generated atmosphere where two people are holding it. So this is what AI created. Uh, it seemed to be so perfect, but if you see closely, you see that there is something that can be detected by humans. Like this is not a part of the totality of this image. And if you see the faces, they don't seem to be so human. See their eyes, their teeth, and a lot of things are blur, and the hair are so sharp. But that is not important. The important is this, that the product must look real, in this atmosphere. So here we jump in. The Photoshop people jump in here. If you are a skilled Photoshop person, you can make it so realistic. At least this region of the image, that will be the focus point. Of anyone who see it. So I cropped it. I selected it with the lasso tool, the how we say it, the polygon lasso tool. Okay, I selected it all and I made new layer. So you see the layer here. So I made a new layer. So now you can see it. I cropped it hands and just the product is. So now we have to work on this layer. Okay. So first of all, you just take some moment to see what's wrong in it. So in this region, I see something wrong. Is like this leaking light. So the light is coming from this end, not from that end. But still, we can see the lights here. So that's what make it a bit unrealistic. We don't know, but we feel it. So now I pointed out the light. Now you can feel it. And the other thing is that this hand, this hand and this hand, they are looking so unrealistic. Because they are not giving any shadow or anything. That will come with light. So you see shadow here, but there must be some shadows here too. So we'll add some shadows. Okay. Uh, so we'll start by doing it with a very beautiful tool. Let's say its name is burn tool. So what burn tool do, it just make the object a little more darker, like burning it here. So let us adjust the opacity exposure. So we just make it like 35%. Okay, and we just, the size is fine. You see the size was fine like that. Yeah, it's fine like that. And now I start doing it like this. You see, it's just making it, but it's not really being so realistic because we choose to burn only highlights. You see it here. So we just get it back to its original phase, and we just choose it the midstone, so that will look realistic, I hope. So let's see. Yeah, you see, now it looks, now you see. Yeah, so it's perfect now. I see it's perfect now. See, so here we need to be dark, because we humans, our eyes see some things, and we can only feel them. We cannot tell something wrong, but we can tell that there is something wrong, but we cannot explain it. So when you are a graphic designer, you can just able to explain that. So you see now, so I'm just doing multiple clicks. So for me now, it look more realistic. Can you see it? Yeah. And what we see, uh, if you see, let me choose this one. You can see here is a white border, that's what AI did. It did not crop it well, and now that white border is here. So that's why I just made it a new layer. So now what we do with uh, the smudge tool, we just smudge it like this. So we will just remove these borders, So let me just do it practically for you. If we just zoom it in, yeah. So if you see, no, we're smudging the layer. So we choose the background, which is actually this one, and you see, we are smudging. We are just removing the white things. So I'm using this tool, but you can even do it with eraser tool, by selecting it and just erasing with your eraser tool. So that's also possible, but I love this one because it just makes it more realistic. So we see a white border here, so I just make the brush bigger, and you see it's going. So it's going, it's all gone. Now it look more like it's part of the total atmosphere. So I make small here, a bit more small, and you see, yeah, it all gone. Now it look realistic to me, at least. Now here, so this is a bit tricky, because we'll be blurring out the hands. So let's zoom it more in, yeah. And now we will try to make it more small, and just do this way. We can just increase the strength to full, then do it more hard and more perfectly. So it's almost there. We are almost there. Oh no, not you, not you. So yeah, so now you zoom it in, zoom it out, you see it's almost there, but we still have it. We'll just crop it, we'll just remove it with eraser tool. Okay, so now it's gone, almost gone, everything. Okay. So now you see, um that's that seemed perfect to me. So let me do it one more burn here, because I feel something is a bit more bright here. So I don't want it to be bright because here's no light, So I make it a bit more less strong this time. See, so now I hope now, yeah, now it seems to be perfect. Okay. Now the other thing that we well, let me tell you something. You may not be noticing that this part, that thing, that it seemed to be like a wooden block, so it should not be here, but it's part of totality, so we just leave it because you're not observing it. So for in this video we'll not touch it. Okay, so now we will just make these hands more realistic. Okay, so it's the same thing that we do with the burn tool. Okay, now, so this time we choose highlights because it's bright, right? They are bright a bit, so we just make it. Wow, it's not zooming in. Yeah, so if you see, if you see here, you see the hand where it's curved, where there are curves, there is a dark side, so we have a curve here, on our fingers and thumb, but it's not showing any dark spots there, dark places. So if we add it, it will be more realistic. So it's not part of the product, this hand is part of the background. Okay, so we choose burn tool again, we made it highlight, and we just increase its intensity, make the brush smaller. Yeah, so if you see now, no, it's not working how I want it to work. Yeah, when we do midstone, it look realistic somehow now, you see. Yes. So if you see now, his hands are looking a bit more realistic. So we are doing same things here. You see now, and here, yeah, and here too. So for me, it's more realistic. Now it look like a hand. So if you see it from now, when you zoom it out, you see it like a real hand. Just I want to remove a little bit of how to say burning. Okay, so I just came to the history, and from here I start burning. So I put it we click here. So now this point is set to be the history point. So that's the history brush, and we make it smaller like this. No, like this. Yeah, and we make the opacity like 20%, 23. Okay, so now if you see, it's removing that what we did, the burn. So it's a bigger. We want to make it 15. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Yeah. Now you see. So I don't want the dark hair too. Yes. So you see now. Let's fix it to a bit. Yes. And this how. So that's it, friends. Now you see it. Now it look far more original. Far more. Not still perfect because it's generated by AI, and it's in fancy right now. It will grow up in within a year, I hope. So maybe we are not required then, but till then, you can just use it. Then there are a lot of jobs for fixing of AI generated content, and you can do it with Photoshop. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, and if you want to learn, you can go to photoshopwala.com, and the link is below in description. And if you want to learn from me, I have my courses, so you can just connect with me, and I will teach you how to do it, in our upcoming class. So take care by then. Bye bye.